This is the ankle mobility video then. So for this bit, you're going to need your foam roller, your ball and your band. So we're going to use all three of the main implements. Also you're going to need some sort of low step. So I've got like a proper gym step, but you can be a stair in a house, a curb, like a weight plate or whatever. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. So to start off with, we're going to take the massage ball, and you can see I've taken my trainers off, and we're just going to use this to give the bottom of your foot quite a crude massage. I'm going to place it down, and I'm just going to start working my way around, and I'm looking for those tight, uncomfortable spots, and then if I find it, I'm just going to rest on it and gently breathe, and then we're just going to move the toes up and down, and we're just going to gently try and work out those tight spots, just like you might feel if you were lucky enough to get a foot massage off someone, okay? They'd get their thumbs in there into the sole of your foot and like work out those tight spots. So I'll show you from the side. So for part of it towards the heel, you're going to put the front of the foot on the floor and just moving around. And how much weight you put on it is totally up to you. It's going to be uncomfortable, but shouldn't be actually painful. So we're just trying to work out those tight spots. And then when you get one, just work the toes up and down a little bit until you feel you've got some improvement in those tissues in that part of the foot. Having rolled out the sole of your foot, we're now going to go through a knee to wall, and then a similar movement just using the purple band. So knee to wall is actually what we did as part of the assessment. And we're just going to do it standing now. And this is also a really good one to do before you ride. So you can do it up against the side of the car or a tree or something like that. So just like in the assessment, I'm going to get square on, keep the heel on the floor, and I'm just pushing that knee forwards and ease it off. Push into it, and now because I've got the knee bent, you're probably going to feel this more in the actual joint. Okay, so push in there, ease it off. And just like before, remember, we're trying to keep the knee over the foot there. We don't want it across here. It's got to be straight forwards as you do this motion. Now, this is going to be effective up to a point and is really useful for when you're out and about and you don't have access to the band, and it should be part of your pre-ride routine if you're lacking in ankle mobility. Now, once you've done that, we're going to get a little bit more out of it by using our purple band, and that's tied up as low as it will go at the base there, and I'm putting it really, really low on the ankle. I'm going to step forward, so I've got some tension on it, and then basically I'm going to push forwards there. So it's the same motion as before, but the band is just pulling back on the bottom of my leg there, just above the ankle. And what it means is it puts it in a really good position to actually increase the mobility on that joint. Heel on the floor, knee lined up with the foot. Okay, and you're just going to move in and out of that position of tension, and then just nice and relaxed. Then you may find straight away that you can go further here without the band as well. So, the classic calf stretch that you'll see everyone do, they'll go on a curb or something and do that. There's actually nothing wrong with doing a bit of that, but just stretching it out is going to have really limited effect, because they're such strong muscles and your Achilles is so big. It's like the biggest tendon in the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate it into a calf raise as well. So we'll start off on both legs initially. On straight legs, I'm going to drop down into a deep stretch on the ball of the foot. So you feel the stretch, and then you're going to go as high as you can. Because what we want here is that stretching, but then also the strength element. Because we don't want to have an ankle that can go through a really big range but is weak down there. It needs to be strong. So you're going to go through that motion really steady. And let's go for like 15, 20 reps. And then in a few weeks' time, if you're stronger, you can go for some single leg as well. But you must go down into that full stretch each time. Now that's all on a straight leg, and so you're going to really feel it in the calf more than the joint, okay? Now the final thing we're going to do is we're going to take the foam roller and we're going to do a bit of torture on your calf basically. Now there's kind of two parts really we want to attack. We want to go, there's like the outside part and like the inside part. So I'm going to start on the inside of my calf. So as I face you there, I'm going to turn my leg inwards. So the inside part of my calf lays on the roller, and then I control how much weight is on it by pressing in the floor, putting my feet together. You know, I control how much weight is on there. So I'm going to start just above the ankle, and what I'm doing is I'm just looking for like a tight spot, like a knot or something like that. And just there, I've got a bit of a spot where it's a bit uncomfortable. So the first thing I'm going to do is just hold on that spot, just breathe, relax, and I'm just gently rocking on it. And this is the equivalent of maybe a sports massage person, just with their elbow or thumb, they might just gently pulse on a spot, you know, to help break it down. So I'm going to do that. And it's already feeling a little bit different. And so now we're just going to roll across it. Now this will be a little less comfortable, as you can tell from my face. And it's just quite a small, subtle movement. We're just rocking and rolling that tight spot over one of the knobbles on the roller. The final bit we'll do is then move the muscle across the roller by lifting the toes up and then pointing the toes. And what we're doing here is, if that's like the knobble, is we're basically like dragging the muscle across that knobble on the roller, helping to break down that spot. Okay, so I'll just show you that from the side. So just quickly, I'm on the inside, I'm going to find that spot, I'm going to gently rock on it, we're going to roll on it, and then we're going to move the muscle over it. So we're actively using the muscle across the knobble on the roller. Now, that's just one spot, okay? And now maybe initially the whole thing just feels awful, okay? You need a lot of work. So all we do is we work on it as long as it takes until you feel some relief, until it feels a bit better. I'm then going to just go, I'm going to move down a bit, slide my weight down, look for that next spot, and then we're going to go through the same sequence. I'm going to rock on it, I'm going to roll on it, and then pull the muscle across it like that. Okay, so that's obviously the insides, and we then do exactly the same. I'll swap legs as well now. We can do the outside of the calf. So there, all the way up there for me, that's where I found it. I'm going to rock on it, roll on it, and then gently move the foot up and down. There's no set rules about how long you spend on any of these. It's about spending enough time that you feel you make a difference, okay? You're not going to fix them in one session. So it may be that you spend 15 or 20 minutes. You could go around this twice, and each time you go for a different spot on here, on the calf, and then over time, over the next 4 to 6 weeks initially, you can make a really positive difference to your ankle mobility and therefore improving your flow position on the bike.